Uncle Freddie, how you doing?
Greetings, King.
Well, go on, everything all right?
Yes, man. Give thanks and blessings. I'm sending blessings to all of Ghana right now.
We give thanks, Uncle
And
Freddie.
all the people listening to Asaase radio. Give thanks to the blessing.
We give thanks, Uncle Freddie. We give thanks. How has the vibe been like you now, Uncle Freddie?
Yeah, I'll let me correct you. The birthday is actually June 27th, which is this Tuesday coming.
All right.
And we're dropping this new CD on my Earth Strong. But I was watching the program all along too, and I want to send a big shout out to Cyan Hero.
Respect, Father. Respect, Father.
Yeah, man, I love his vibe, and I want to big up all the young artists coming through Ghana right now.
Respect, Uncle Freddie. Respect, Uncle Freddie.
My request to all the young artists is to just try and keep the music positive, you know?
Definitely.
So we can grow up a whole new positive generation of Ghanaian kids.
Definitely.
Through the music, yes.
Definitely.
And maintain the culture.
Definitely, Uncle Freddie. Definitely, Uncle Freddie. All right.
Yes, ma'am.
Uncle Freddie, we're live on 4 radio stations across the country right now. I'm talking about 99.5 in Accra, that is the capital city.
Easy.
98.5 in Ashanti region, Kumasi.
Easy.
In the central region, that is Cape Coast on 100.3.
Easy.
And in the northern region, Tamale on 99.7.
Easy.
Uncle Freddie, over 40 million people are listening to us right now.
Easy.
And we must say we are grateful to have you on Asaase Radio.
Yes, I give thanks.
All right.
Give thanks.
Yes, Uncle Freddie. Let's go into a bit of how you started your musical career. I have a bit of question, for you, but let's start with this. How did the eyes start? The eyes journey into music.
Well, I grew up in a province called Clarendon in Jamaica, which is outside of Kingston, a couple miles out. And there's a group called the Clarendonians with Ernest Wilson and Peter Austin, who were members of that group. And they became very popular in Kingston and across Jamaica. So the whole Clarendon thing became famous, and everybody rooted for their artists from their different provinces. And so Ernest and myself, we went to the same school, Hayes Primary School. And every Thursday we used to sing at our school. So word started to go out that little Freddie can sing.
Mm-hmm.
And I made up a song called Roll Dumpling Roll. If you want to know dumpling sweet, dip it in a coconut oil.
Mm-hmm.
And that song became popular in my community. And everybody would ask me to sing that song all the time. And so my popularity built that way. So at one stage, Ernest and Peter was getting ready to go to Kingston for a recording session at the famous studio called Studio One, which in Jamaica is the equivalent to Motown Records in America, where all the great artists and musicians came from.
Mm-hmm.
And Ernest's mom, her name is Miss Settingz, God bless her soul. She told my mom that they were going to Kingston and that they weren't going to leave me. And my mom said, but Jetta, I don't have the money to pay him fare. And she said, don't worry about it, I will pay his fare. And lo and behold, that Sunday morning, she booked my ticket on the bus. And I went to Kingston with Ernest Wilson and Peter Austin. And the rest was history from there. We ended up at Coxton Studio, 13 Brentford Road, Studio One. And Mr. Dad fell in love with my voice. And from there on, I just continued and never stopped, never looked back.
All right. So now, in that group called the Clarendonians, singing with, your partner, Ernest and Peter and all that, how did the item end up, and how did Freddie McGregor, step out, to be that kind of solo artist that is now, pursuing his own solo career?
Well, Mr. Dad, like I said, he recognized my voice at the time and thought I had talent. And he took me to live at his house with his family in a place called Pembroke Hall in Kingston. And pretty much I grew up there. So every day I was in the studio, and every evening when the studio was closed, I went home with them. And it just continued from there. And he was the one who started to give me a lot of rhythms to sing on by myself. And Bobby Babylon, I think, became one of the biggest ones out of it all. And from there, I just didn't look back. I never wanted to go back to the country like that. I wanted to have a career in music so I could help my family, my mother in particular. Wow. And I stayed there. I kept myself out of trouble, and I just tried my best.
Wow.
And the good Lord helped me, you know?
All right.
Like I heard Spion say a while ago,
yeah.
The good Lord, yeah, he's gracious to us.
Definitely.
And all we have to do is just ask him, and he will do it for us. Because if God is for us, who can be against us?
Oh, God.
Easy.
If God is for us, who can be against us?
Easy.
None can be against us. The words of Uncle Freddie.
Easy.
Ladies and gentlemen,
I also tried my best to stay out of trouble and to be as best as I could, because I was a very young kid at the time and I didn't have my parents around me. But there were a lot of people who guided me and teach me, and I followed the instructions and tried to be my best, and that's how I came through. Patience is a virtue.
Definitely.
And if you believe in yourself, just give yourself time, and all things will work for you, you know?
Yes, Uncle Freddie.
That's how I approach my career.
Yes, Uncle Freddie. Yes, Uncle Freddie.
Easy.
And that's why I want to send my love out to all the young artists coming through in Ghana right now.
Definitely.
Just believe in yourself, be patient, and once you have your talent, just know that God will work out the rest for you.
Definitely,
do what
Uncle
you have
Freddie.
to do, and He will do the rest.
Yes. Oh, God.
Easy.
And my love goes out to all Ghanaians today. I love Ghana. I love Ghana bad, really bad, you know?
I know.
I consider myself a Ghanaian too.
Definitely.
And I can't wait. And you know, let me tell you, last night I spoke to Sister Marcia Griffiths.
Yeah.
And she said to me, Freddie, when you do the interview with King Lagazee, send my love to Ghana. Tell them I love them very much. And I'm hoping that Sister Marcia and myself will visit Ghana soon.
Wow.
To be in concert.
Definitely.
And to establish our foundation there.
Of course.
As we love Ghana.
Of course. And let me tell you this. My chairman, the CEO, is a big fan of Freddie. You understand me? Yeah, man. So
thanks very much for that.
Yeah, man. I can guarantee you on authority that something will happen very soon. And seriously, Sister Marcia, I've sent a couple of messages to Sister Marcia and look like she's not looking at my way, but I know that the internet is kind of big.
She never have the link, but I have the link because I talk to Sister Marcia almost every day. And she's very excited. So I'm going to make sure I give her your number.
Nice.
And you will get a call from Sister Marcia and the link will be made.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, Uncle Freddie. Thank you, Uncle Freddie.
Asaase Radio is our radio.
Definitely.
Easy.
Yeah.
Definitely. So,
and Yaad Settingz is our Yaad.
Yeah, man.
Easy.
So
we are set it.
Definitely, Uncle Freddie. You know what I mean? Uncle Freddie, you know.
Yes.
A lot of people are asking me a lot of questions. My phone is buzzing. You know, someone goes to boom and say, Lagazee, I've been following Uncle Freddie for so many years now. Please ask him how many albums have him.
I stopped counting when I got to 41.
Yeah. Countless.
And the last album I released is called True to My Roots.
And
there's a nice song on that album that I love so much. It's called One of These Days. It said, The Wicked Must Go Down One of These Days. A beautiful song.
Definitely.
From that True to My Roots album.
Definitely.
But yeah, I'm gone over 40 albums. And Tuesday, this Tuesday coming will be my 60th year in music.
Wow.
And I'll be 67 because I started when I was 7 years old.
Wow.
And 60 years after, I'm still doing my best in music because that's what I love. That's what Jazz blessed me with, music.
Definitely.
To spread the word of love across the world. And I've been trying to do that ever since I was 7 years old.
Wow, 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 Uncle Freddie.
Easy.
This is so touching. Seriously, this is so touching, and I don't even know what to say. You know what I mean? In terms of your music now, were you associated, with any sound system back in the days?
Yes, we all started out pretty much with sound system. At Studio One, the boss at Studio One, Mr. Dad, he had one of the biggest sound systems called Coxston Studio One.
Mm-hmm.
Coxston Sound. And so we got the opportunity to take the mic and vibe to the rhythm tracks. That was the baddest rhythms of the day.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how people like myself, Sugar Minot, and others, we came through by vibing on sound systems.
All right, so I would like to know from you, how did the sound system prepare the IDM career those days?
It did prepare the career for us because it made it easier when it became time for recording. It became easier for us because we already had that sound system experience. And not to mention dub plates.
Mm-hmm.
Back then it was like today where we use digitally.
Mm-hmm.
It was acetate, which is a black dub plate.
Mm-hmm.
And when a person buy a box of dubs,
mm-hmm.
you put on a needle, just like you're playing an album and vinyl, and you could make mistakes because you would damage the dub plate.
Definitely.
So we had to be sharp,
Definitely.
to not make mistakes.
Definitely.
So those things prepared us for when it was time for recording. Because when I started recording, there were only 2 tracks. 1 track for the band, 1 for the singer. And you can't make mistakes because everything would have to stop and go over from beginning. So there was a level of nervousness as well as a level of professionalism because the musicians can't afford to make mistakes and you, the singer, can't afford to make mistakes either.
Definitely.
So everyone would have to be on point. But
Definitely.
those things help us a lot, help us to become so much more professional at what we do.
Definitely.
And I'm thankful to those that I learned from.
Definitely. Definitely. In terms of the dubplate now, in terms of you being nervous and all that, what exactly was the trick? Was it constant rehearsal that when you enter into the studio and they put a pin and press it and they count you that 1, 2, 3, cut, and then you start to sing? Was it constant rehearsal? How were you keeping up?
All right, like for example, the band Scatterlights, led by Jackie Meto at the time. These were all professional musicians. So when you come into the studio, they ask you, because they call me Little Freddie at the time. Little Freddie, when we hear the song, you're going to know. And I would sing the song to Jackie Meto, who plays the piano. And Jackie would work out the progression for the song. And then they all rehearsed the song a couple times. And once they had it right, and the engineer got a good balance, engineer said, "We're ready?" And everybody said yes. And he said, "Red light." When he presses the recording button, a red light comes on. That means no noise in the studio. And everybody is ready. So the drummer would count off and the song begin. And once we start, we don't expect anyone to make mistakes. So we have to continue for that 3.5 minutes or 4 minutes, however long the song was, without mistakes. And we do that constantly, rehearsing. So after a while, it became natural to us not to make mistakes, but we did put a lot of work into it.
All right.
In the beginning.
All right.
And that really paid off.
All right. So it means that nowadays artists who go into the studio and do cut and paste,
nowadays people can cut and paste and do all kind of stuff. They're having a grand time doing that. We never know anything about that. We never had those level of technology. So it was much harder for us. But we learned from that. That really propelled us to what we are today.
All right.
Easy.
Ladies and gentlemen, my guest is Uncle Freddie. And trust me, one of the legends when it comes to, this music business, reggae. You understand me? When it comes to the, dubplate aspect of it too, in terms of sound system culture, Uncle Freddie plays a very big role. And trust me, as a sound system, you must have Uncle Freddie in your box. as a
You
soul
better.
sister, you must have Uncle Freddie in your box. You know what I mean? Now, the doublet I am yearning to get from Uncle Freddie now is Prophecy. The song Prophecy.
You will. As you say it, you will.
Easy.
You will have that ASAP.
Oh
I
God,
promise you.
oh God, oh God. Uncle Freddie, thank you so much.
Anything for King Lagazee, anything for Yaad Settingz and
Easy.
Asaase Radio.
Boom, 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 boom.
As you say it will be done, and I'm gonna make sure I get one from Sister Marcia for you too.
Oh, God bless you.
Easy.
God bless you, Uncle Freddie. God bless you. Yeah, man, you know,
Yes, man.
we give
No
thanks.
problem.
Yeah, man. So, Uncle Freddie,
Yes, please.
let's touch in the sensitive part of our conversation now.
Uh-huh.
Last year around November, you know,
Yes.
I had a call from America. You know, a lot of people were
Yeah.
calling me because people, I just don't know why, but people have realized on the internet that me and Uncle Freddie were good. You understand? So people began to call me, and I was so shocked. I was so surprised but why would someone call me all the way from America whilst I am in Africa to find out what is going on with Freddie? I'm like, what do you mean? But wait for a second. What do you mean? What is going on with Freddie? Say, yeah, we had the news that, you know, something happened to Uncle Freddie. And I'm like, all right, let me try and reach him via the phone. I tried calling, but I couldn't get through. But long story short, Uncle Freddie, you being through this particular situation when people, it hit the internet that you've been struck down with stroke and all that. How is the progression now? How is the feeling now? You know,
I am strong. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling better every day. That was last year, November 27th to be exact. I came down with a stroke, went to the hospital, and I spent almost a month in the hospital. But I've been doing therapy since, and I've been coming along. And I do therapy 5 days a week, and they're working to build me back strong and to get me up and running. And it's been working, you know, and I'm thankful for all the staff at the facility who helped me. I've gotten a lot of love from so many people around the world, and I'm thankful for it, you know. If God is for us, no evil can be against us.
Definitely, Uncle
I
Freddie.
really have to say that.
Definitely.
And we just pray to the Almighty, and I'm thankful to Jah that He has preserved me, because since my stroke, I've seen a lot of people, some that I know, who have gotten stroke and have not made it back fully. So I'm thankful to God that He has preserved me, because I still have work to do.
Definitely.
A breath of fresh air is part of the work that I had to do.
Definitely.
And
Definitely.
I'm thankful that the album is completed and will be released this Tuesday.
All right.
And I'm getting ready to do Reggae Sumfest, which is the world's biggest reggae festival. And I have 7 shows in the UK as well with me and my sons, Stephen the Genius and Chino, and the Code Red Band.
Wow.
And we have work to do, so our work is not yet over.
All right.
So I'm thankful, and I'm thankful to all the fans and the people who send out prayers for me and wish me speedy recovery. Those prayers work, and I receive them all, and that helped me to come through and be strong right now. So I'm thankful.
We give
Really
thanks.
thankful.
We give thanks. But Uncle Freddie, somebody might ask, as I saw the lineup, I'm like, whoa, already Uncle Freddie want to step on the road. Somebody might ask that, is it not too early for Uncle Freddie to step on the road?
Well, if you understand what I said to you, since I was 7, this is what I've been doing.
Definitely.
It's difficult not to be able to do it. And my willpower and my faith is that I want to be able to do it. So I have to be strong for me and strong for my fans.
Definitely.
But that was like 8 months ago. And I through faith, I've always said I should be okay by July 22nd for Sumfest when they first approached me. And I've been working on that program still.
Wow.
And getting myself prepared for it. Well, vocally, nothing is wrong with my voice. So that's the greatest part of it. I'll be able to sing my songs that the people love just the same. the stroke affected my left side, my left shoulder, and my left leg. But I'm still able to move. So I'm thankful and grateful. So it won't stop me from doing what I'm supposed to do.
Of course.
Which is sing my songs.
Of course.
And I thank God for that.
Of course, Uncle Freddie. And Uncle Freddie, on this part also, I learned the tour will be ending in Kenya. So you'll be coming to Africa.
Can you repeat that for me, please?
I said I learned the tour will end in Kenya. You'll be wrapping up in Kenya.
Yes,
Africa.
we're putting together Africa run at the moment. I love Africa, and I made a song called Africa Here I Come. And I'm sticking to that dream because Africa is where I want to finally settle. And I must tell you that Ghana is a place I'm looking forward to settling because I love Ghana. I love the history of Ghana. I know the history, the whole slavery, the whole movement. And I appreciate that the government has opened itself as the first government to offer African people from the diaspora the opportunity to return home. And I want to be one of those persons. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to coming to Ghana.
Oh, God. If you have any question, please type in your questions and ask Uncle Freddie. Please. You understand me?
You're welcome.
Yeah,
I'm willing to answer those questions.
I would like to say big thank you to Shauna Fenin. Anywhere you find yourself, Shauna, big up yourself, man, for making sure
I'm sure she's listening and she's watching.
Yeah, man. Respect every time as well. Oh, God. Big respect to Selector Nico and the whole crew. Big respect to Junior Maestro all the way in Norway, far away. Wow. Okay, so this one says, Lagazee, please ask him, how exactly did he train his children to become so musically powerful?
Well, I didn't train them, to be honest. I just did what a father should do. I built a recording studio with the hope that if my kids love music, we will have it. And as it turned out, it worked out perfect. Stephen, when he graduated from high school, he went straight into the studio and honed his skills as a producer and became one of the top producers. Right now, he has the soundtrack for the new Spider-Man movie, and he has won 7 Grammys. Sheena has won himself 1 Grammy also, and they're doing well. They're popular, but I didn't force them into music. It just all happened because I built Big Ship Studio.
Wow. Big Ship Studio.
Easy. Yes, sir.
Big ship sailing on the ocean and we don't want no commotion.
Easy. And I can tell you too that part of that inspiration was Ghana, which is why that song became such a big song. Because we were looking at the movement of the slaves from Ghana on the ship, and that is part of the inspiration for Big Ship.
Wow. All right. So the album The Captain, you know, a lot of people, you know, been asking me a lot about it, that what exactly inspired that particular album, Uncle Freddie?
Just the positiveness, the positivity, the struggle of our people, and where we are today, and where we need to go. I try to be positive. I try to talk to the people through my music, using positivity, and we have to speak about the topics of the day, and to try and maintain our cultural heritage at the same time.
Wow. All right. Okay. So
my inspiration is through Rastafari, and learning to read the Bible, 1 chapter a day from Genesis 1 to Revelation 22, so we can understand better.
Definitely.
What we're reading.
All right.
And so those are the inspirations I put into music.
All right. So Uncle Freddie, one genre which is kind of eating into our space right now is Afrobeat. And then Jerry Chichidudu from Hohwe in the Volta region says, King, ask Uncle Freddie what he thinks about Afro, music taking some airspace in Jamaica.
Well, it's not just Jamaica; it's all over the world right now. But that was long coming, because the African people have been held down for so long. But it was just a matter of time before they break out to the rest of the world. And as we can see, Africa is on the move right now. And we have a long way to go, but it has started. And Afrobeat is wiping out hip-hop, soul music, and everything. It's strong right now, so strong. And it's from African people, so it's us, it's our music. And we embrace it. Well, I embrace it because it's part of us, it's part of our heritage.
Yes.
Our music also originates in Africa because we recognize ourselves as African people from day one, and we know the struggles and we know where we come from, and we know about slavery and everything. So it's all about Africa and the African people. So I am not surprised that Afrobeat has become so big right now. And we expect it to get even bigger. And we expect African people to take over the entire earth. So that's a movement that is happening right now.
Wow.
Easy.
Wow. And
we were being enslaved for many years. Now we are going to become the slave, the masters. And our slave masters will become our slaves.
Definitely, Uncle Freddie.
Easy.
Definitely. This is a prophecy. You know what I mean? Prophecy. And Junior Maestro, all the way from Norway, far away, says, Revelation time. Ghana was inspired for the track Big Ship. Freddie McGregor says so.
Easy.
What? And
yes, that's very important. Big up Junior.
Yeah, man. And trust me, if you look at Freddie McGregor is wearing a kente dress and I'm wearing a kente dress. You understand me? So it is no coincidence. You understand?
Easy.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
Wow.
Yes.
What a beautiful African piece. Yo.
Yeah, we say Ghana to the world.
Yeah, man.
I have some friends who were there a couple of weeks ago.
Okay.
And she brought back this shirt for me.
Wow.
Real beautiful shirt, yeah. And I thought it would be appropriate doing the interview today to represent my African garbs.
Definitely.
My Ghanaian shirt as well.
Definitely, Uncle Freddie. Wow. So, Uncle Freddie, if
yes.
I ask you right now about the new song featuring Alicia Khan and also Black Prophet, Walla Walla Weng Weng, you know, what exactly inspired that?
Well, the rhythm track was made by Alicia's husband. His name is Good Boy Elliot from the Gambia. And you know, the Gambia is a place that I've been to and love very much. When I went to Gambia, I was treated like a king. And I was surprised that the people know my music so much. From the very young kid to the oldest person. And that was very fulfilling for me.
Nice.
And then Good Boy made a rhythm track. And then I took it to my Big Ship studio and I wrote the song for it. And I have another song I'm going to send you on the rhythm by Admiral Tibet. It's a remake of Time So Serious, Cantankerous and Dangerous.
All right.
On the rhythm track. And then I met up with Black Prophet in the UK. And, you know, we talked about doing a collaboration. And I sent him the track. And then the rest is history. Wow. I love his part, and the Jamaican people love him very much.
Wow!
And I think that song is going to get a lot of traction because we have a competition coming up, a dance competition for the Walla Walla Wing, where we're asking people to create their own dance, video it, send it to our IG, and the one that people love the best will be featured in the original video for Walla Walla Wing.
Wow!
Easy.
Let's talk about the album now, dropping on your Edge Strong, Uncle Freddie.
Yes.
A breath of fresh air.
Well, yes, we wanted to do something that was refreshing.
Easy.
Yeah, we wanted to do something that was refreshing and come back to the grassroots of the music. Since it seemed as though we were drifting away from the foundation of the music. So Dilly from Stingray Records in the UK was my cousin, and we're really tight. You know, we made songs like Keys to the City, among other songs. And I love working with Dilly. So for the last 3 years or so, we've been working on some tracks. And we just record them. And every chance I get to go to London, we continued recording until we decided we have enough tracks. So let's put the album together. And it all comes together. And we end up with a product. Well, we were sitting in the studio and we were listening down to the tracks that we have, and I thought, well, this is a breath of fresh air. And everyone shouted, that should be the title of the album. And it really stuck. And that's how we titled the album A Breath of Fresh Air.
All right. You know, when Uncle Dilly came to Ghana, he was with me in the studio. Around that time, I was on, Hits FM those days.
Okay.
And he was with me in the studio. And seriously, I need to phone Uncle Dilly and tell him few things. You understand me? And
yes.
I am glad to know that he's your cousin. So I can see the
connection. The
connection right now. You know what I mean?
Yes.
How many songs do we have on this particular album, Breath of a Fresh Air?
14 tracks.
All right. Do we have any feature on it? Oh, okay. So already you have Walla Walla
I'll Be
Weng
Waiting and Walla Walla Weng are the two singles, the first two singles.
Okay. All right. But apart from these two feature, Black Prophet and Alicia, do we have any other featuring on it?
Collaboration. No, that's the only collaboration we have on the album so far.
Wow.
Easy.
There's a track that I recorded for Dilly with myself and Gapparangs, but we weren't able to put it on the album since we already had 14 tracks.
Okay.
And we didn't want to overdo it.
All right. So Junior Maestro again stepped in and said, Afrobeat music has been long time coming. We should embrace it and own our destiny as masters of the future. Freddie McGregor, words of manifestation.
Easy.
Listen, you can't go wrong when you're talking to Uncle Freddie, because Uncle Freddie is full of knowledge. And sometimes my worry is, why can't the youngsters can't approach the elders to tap into their knowledge so that some of these things will be revealed and made known to them? But almost all the time, you see in our industry, there is a vast difference between, or there is a vast gap between the experience or the big artists and then the young ones. And Uncle Freddie, I seem not to get it simply because I feel like the youngsters should be able to approach you, the elderly ones, who have the experience and all that. But most of the time, you kind of realize that the youngsters will be one side and then the aged will be one side and all that. And it doesn't speak well of us at all. I don't know what exactly do you think is bridging, is kind of breaking that gap between the young and then the experienced ones.
Yes, I think it goes both ways. One has to make themselves accessible to the youths so the youths can tap into that energy as well. And I guess some artists are seen as unapproachable. But we love youths and we love to build champions. We don't break champions, we build champions. So when we see the youths who are talented, we urge them on, try to share our experiences with them. And the ones who will listen will always be successful. And the ones who doesn't listen will struggle. And that's why I said to you when I came on first, enough respect to Cyan.
Yeah, definitely.
I like his reasoning and I like his positivity. And that goes out to all the young artists across the length and breadth of Ghana also.
Definitely.
And my thing is, just keep the music positive and spread the love. Love is the key factor here.
Definitely.
Just spread the love and keep the music positive so the young youths who are coming up can have something positive to draw from.
Definitely. 31 minutes going into the R2. Exactly 3 p.m. we'll be out of here. Listen, it's been seriously, learning and also, revelations with Uncle Freddie on the show. And I am telling you on authority and if you are watching this interview via Asaase 99.5 Facebook page, I want to tell you that as you can, Mikey Jones, big up yourself, man. Him said the captain himself is here. You understand me? And my boss, Nana Otujando, says, joining later. Rasta Uncle, my favorite. I want to roll off the Big Ship album in his career. You know, the Big Ship album now. I've got countless of people asking me about that. The Big Ship album. Uncle Freddie, if you can throw some more light on it for us.
That album was produced by Linval Thompson. He has a label called Thompson Sound. Well, he approached me about doing this project, and the rest is history, you know. Mm-hmm. And Big Ship, the song Big Ship, became an instant hit everywhere. And even the cruise liners took it on. Every time a ship was leaving port, they played the song Big Ship. And when they're coming into port, they play the song. I think the song Big Ship is one of the longest reigning song on the cruise ship charts around the world. Because many people may not know that the cruise ships also have charts, music charts.
Yeah.
And Big Ship stands up as the number one song for a long time.
Wow. And seriously, when you come to the sound system culture arena, almost every sound system, I don't know who don't have big ship. If you call yourself a sound system, you must have Big Ship.
Yes, Big Ship win a lot of clashes.
Definitely. 100%, man. 100%. Wow, Uncle Freddie. So, Uncle, I'm announcing to you that Uncle Freddie is ready. Ready like Freddie. He's ready for the road. He's been doing this at the age of 7. You understand me? He would turn 67 on the 27th. On Tuesday. He's been doing this for 60 years now. Ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, man. And I thank God for that. Wow. All praises to the Almighty.
Wow.
Easy.
Wow. All right, so Edward Ohinijang of Nexus Sound System said, can he give us a link for sounds that need to cut dot plate of him?
Yes, Shauna is the link.
Shauna is the link, right?
Yes, and you have Shauna's information.
All right.
But my IGs, my TikTok is Freddie _McGregor. That's FREDDIE _McGregor 876. Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram is at Big Ship Freddie.
All right. So if you have this info, please, you log on to that, and trust me, you will have access to Uncle Freddie, and trust me, your dot plate, he's ready. Live
will be delivered to you via online services.
Definitely, quick and fast. So Mikey Jones also stepped in and said, Lagazee, any sound system with no captain, with no captain dot plate is no sound system. My sounds are Mau sounds. It's Freddie McGregor sounds in Kenya. You understand me? Oh, I got a lot of Freddie. Wow. So now Mikey Jones want to flex me now that his sound in Kenya, the Mau sound, has a lot of Freddie. All right. Wait till Uncle Freddie says, yo, Lagazee Sound International. Whoa, this. Wait till Uncle Freddie say that.
Easy.
Yes, Lagazee, you will have more dubs than you can imagine.
Definitely, man. Definitely. So, Mikey Jones, big up yourself. And Junior Maestro said, what is his message to Africa about preserving our environment, growing our own food?
Yes, well, I must tell Junior that I am a farmer. I currently have a 20-acre farm in Jamaica, and I farm a lot of fruits and vegetables and food too, like cassava, yam, all different kinds of stuff, pumpkin, etc. And that's what I love. And that's why I'm looking to settle in Africa, where I can expand that experience and knowledge, to help to feed our people and to export as well. So that is part of my personal goal.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, Uncle Freddie is ready. I would like to say big respect to our chairman, the God himself, Mr. Gabi Ochidaku. Anywhere you find yourself, large up, Godfather.
Easy.
Yeah, big up yourself, Mr. Gabi. I can't pronounce the name.
Gabi Ochidaku. Yeah,
yes,
man.
Big up yourself.
Yeah, man.
Enough love and respect to you, sir.
Yeah, man. And also the CEO, that is George Anda, the CEO. Big up yourself, man. Not forget.
Mr. Anda, big up yourself. Asaase Radio is #1 radio. That's my radio.
Easy.
Yaad Settingz at the Big Bad program.
Yeah, man. You don't know, man.
Yes. Man, every Jamaican love King Lagazee.
Definitely, Uncle Freddie.
Easy.
Definitely, Uncle Freddie.
And enough respect to all the other DJs on the station too. But King Lagazee gone way ahead right now.
Definitely, Uncle Freddie. Francis Martin Yote says, King, Uncle Freddie is celebrating his birthday with my wife and daughter on the same day. Wow.
I give thanks. Wow. I will remember them in my birthday prayer on Tuesday.
Yes, Mikey Jones says, big up for the interview and good works, King Lagazee. Give thanks to the captain too as well. Vincent Azan Gidi says, Lagazee, please tell Uncle Freddie I love him and I follow him since I was small. Big up on his prospect. Respect large. Coming from Vincent Azan Gidi. All right. So
yes, Vincent, give thanks and you bless up yourself and God bless you and your family, brother.
Yeah, man. And also, Nana Otujando, the head of technical department at Asaase Radio says, sorry, fingers were all crossed over the place. I will want to know how will his era be able to influence this generation caught in frenzy of Afrobeat to push out consciousness with the new found world attention.
Well, that's what we're hoping for, because we have to use the tools that we have to strengthen our people and the young generation. And that will depend on the message in the song. It's fine that we love the Afrobeat and we love the rhythms and stuff, but we need to make sure the message is strong and positive, just like Bob Marley did for reggae. So we can educate and uplift the younger generations. So he's correct on that.
All right.
But that's my vision where the music Afrobeat is concerned.
All right, Uncle Freddie. Wow, I have a lot of messages and all the messages keep coming up and down here and there. All that because we're talking to the captain of the ship, that is Uncle Freddie McGregor. You understand me? Uncle Freddie, it's 40 minutes going into the R2 on Asaase Radio. I would like to leave you for you to take a rest. You understand me?
Yes.
But before I leave you finally, your word of advice to the world. Because the world is listening to you right now. We have over 40 million people them in tune, listening to you right now, Uncle Freddie.
Yes, that's important, but especially for Ghana, because I try to follow Ghana. I try to follow the food, the culture, everything. And I saw where the U.S. sending their government people to Ghana to try and influence our young kids into something that we don't embrace, and we're not standing for that. Africa is Africa. Africa is different. Our culture is different. And we're not going to embrace certain things, in our homeland. So we're asking the people and the government to stay strong, stay firm, focus, and do not let them influence us. They have already influenced us in the wrong ways from day one. We're not going to allow them to influence this generation anymore. So we have to be strong. We must stay strong and stay focused.
All right, Uncle Freddie. Uncle Freddie, I would like to say thank you so much for your time and space. I really appreciate this particular moment. And trust me, this moment will last forever, Uncle Freddie. Thank you so much.
I appreciate this one too.
All right, Uncle Freddie. Give thanks, Uncle Freddie.
Yes, enough love, enough blessings. And let me send a special shout out to a lot of my Jamaican brothers and sisters who have been in Ghana for many, many years. There are too many to mention by name, but just love to you all. And I thank you for being the forerunners who have taken up the mantle and has dealt with repatriation in a serious way. But we are here, and the vision and the dream is not ended. We are about to follow suit. So, God bless you. Just be strong and keep the fire burning. We will come to support you soon.
Definitely. Blessings, Uncle Freddie.
Easy.
Yes, give thanks.
So as the saying goes, article sound lead the way each and every day. Now you come to big bad sound, King Lagazee and the dancing. One big other man called Junior Maestro, the one called Yaad, you don't know.
Freddie!
King Lagazee, Friday. Ribbidi bang, ribbidi bang, ribbidi bang, ribbidi bang, bang. In Ghana, everywhere in Africa, yeah, now. Right now, we're ready, some boy, hold on steady. Lagazee, I move at lightning speed, yes. Take back seat and wait for we ready. King Lagazee, die up, so hold on steady. King Lagazee, a murder, a sound boy. And we don't want no commotion. King Lagazee, a killer, not a jump.
Uncle Freddie says
so
easy.
as the saying goes, article sound lead the way each and every day. Now
Mikey Jones.
King Lagazee.
Mikey Jones.
Called Junior Maestro.
Hold this in your chest.
They don't know. King Lagazee. Friday.
To all my Kenyan and Gambia people on the live, as a big respect.
In Ghana, everywhere in
I don't know, Uncle Freddie is my father, you know.
Right now, we're ready.